so President Trump heading back to the White House right now. He just touched down at Joint Base Andrews, just outside of D.C., a live look at Air Force One. He was in New York just a bit ago attending the men's tennis final at the U.S. Open. Trump is the first sitting president to attend the tournament in 25 years. That's a quarter century. NewsNation's Libby is live at the White House. Libby, the president, spoke to reporters on a wide variety of topics, before he left for New York. You cover the president. You're always at the White House. What stood out to you?
Yeah, that's right. And we could get round two of that with the president just touching down at Joint Base Andrews, heading back here to the White House, Xavier. But what stood out to me from these morning remarks from the president was that he is considering sanctioning Russia. Of course, this comes as the war in Ukraine really rages on. Attacks on cities in Ukraine ramping up overnight. And those comments actually did come before the president departed here from the White House, and then he ended up, of course, at the U.S. Open there, really the center of attention. He was met with cheers. He was also met with some boos inside of that arena, and the president spotted watching the match from the Rolex box with his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, members of his cabinet, including the Attorney General Pam Bondi and the Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. You're looking at that video there. And we also saw him with his special envoy, Steve Witkoff. This is the go-to guy when it comes to negotiations overseas, whether that's the Russia-Ukraine war or the conflict between Hamas and Israel. And the president was chatting with Witkoff as this was posted on his social media. This post from the president where he calls it a, quote, final warning for Hamas, saying Israel has accepted terms of a deal and saying he's warned Hamas about the consequences of not accepting that deal that he says Israel has agreed upon to end the war there. So that's something we'll be monitoring. But another standout moment from the president's comments today really came when he was asked if the U.S. is going to attack Venezuela to continue the administration's cartel crackdown. Now, the president really ominously responding to that question, saying, quote, "You're going to find out." So we'll see how that develops here with the president set to return here to the White House. See if he takes questions, Xavier.
Yeah, and we know you'll be all over it. All right, Libby Dean, thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.